Alola, Pokemon trainers!
Alola! Welcome to our Pokemoncy pack opening.
We are opening Journey together, and we will be doing, psychic readings with them.
Yep, if you're not familiar with how Pokemoncy pack openings work, you will intuitively choose a number 1 through 10 or 1 through 11. We often get 11 cards in our booster packs, and we are going to rip the pack, put all the cards out, and whatever numbers you feel intuitively called to, those are the messages for you. So if you're interested in a personal reading like this, a private reading, you can book that at thespiritualgymleaders.com. We do Pokemoncy pack openings for clients as well as traditional readings with a deck, and you can just ask however many questions you want, any topics, and we see what messages come out in the cards. So without further ado, Gym Leader Zuby is going to lead us through a breathing exercise so we can ground and relax, and so that you can have special numbers come to you, okay?
All right, so what we're gonna do is just close your eyes and get comfortable in your seat and just really feel your body anchoring. And just envision a beautiful golden light that just surrounds you. And feel hugged in this space as you breathe this in. And as you breathe out, releasing your day. And just being present right here and right now with us. Breathing in one more time for peace of mind and clarity. And breathe out, allowing any numbers to come to you at this time. And don't force it. We're going to breathe in one more time. And as you breathe out, feeling the base of your spine, feeling more grounded into the earth and into the space. And wiggling your fingers and toes and coming back into the present moment. And opening your eyes. And welcome back.
Welcome back. All right, so Gym Leader Zuby is going to open the cards and then we will begin. Let us know in the comments what numbers you saw, what numbers you were feeling.
And I don't know, I just kept saying hi, hi, hi. So hi everybody.
Hi everybody. Thanks for joining.
Hi Abby and Jason. All right, let's see. And the Nerdy Taurus. Okay, let's go ahead and open Journey Together. Let's take this journey together.
Yes, we are going to take this journey together.
All right.
The most fun part of the pack opening is the opening.
Okay, am I opening this the right way? I don't know. I guess there's really no right way.
Yeah,
It's just
as long as it opens, then it's the right way. Ooh. Who's on the front? Oh, Lily and Clefairy.
Okay. Oh, that was easy.
That's right.
Oop.
It's jumping all over the place.
Alrighty, let's go ahead and... Oh, is there more? No, these are the...
Oh, there's one.
Oh. Well, I already saw that card. Okay. Alright, we're gonna place them down. Something's telling me to just do that. So
Okay,
that's what
yeah,
I'm gonna do.
okay.
Alright. Oh, and we
got
have 11.
All right.
Is this normal for you guys? Do you guys get 11 in a 10 card pack?
We get them all the time. Comment and let us know. Oh, thank you. Nice to see you, Juniper. Thanks for joining us.
Okay. All right.
All right. So I think do I start?
I have no idea.
I think, yeah, whoever opens the pie, the other person? Or unless, if you feel like starting, go for it.
It doesn't matter.
Do you want to start?
Sure.
Okay.
All right. If you chose number 1, here is your message. All right, right here. Wine bowl, right? Or no, sorry, nimble.
Yeah.
Wine bowl. All right, we have wimble.
Nimble.
Oh my gosh. We have nimble as number 1. All right, rear kick. Definitely a kick in the rear. Pronouncing your name wrong. Maybe if somebody's just like mispronouncing your name, give them a little rear kick, a little kick in the I cannot speak today. Okay, that's totally okay.
Yes, you can.
Yes, I can. Okay. It's highly skilled at fighting. It's highly skilled at a fighting style in which it uses its jumping capacity to dodge incoming attacks while also dealing damage to opponents. So I'm definitely getting it's time to kickstart your I'm hearing like a dojo, so maybe if you've been feeling a little bit more inclined to kickbox or going into kickboxing skills, maybe you feel a little bit small in some sort of way, like notice how it's just like in the grass, and you want to feel bigger and powerful and more, like with your chest out, like it's time for you to, keeping up with your fighting skills, because small but mighty is what I'm hearing. And yeah, it's very interesting that I also just kept mispronouncing its name. So maybe people are misunderstanding you, misinterpreting, or whatever, and you just sometimes just gotta kick them in the rear a little bit, and tell them not to mess with you. And yeah.
All right, number 2. Who chose number 2? Let's see. Okay. We have Lotad in reverse, water gun in reverse. So anytime water gun comes out, I always feel that someone may be using emotions as a weapon. So because it's coming out in reverse, I'm getting to no longer use emotions as a weapon, and also notice if anyone's using emotions as a weapon towards you. It's time to disarm them. With Lotad, he's a pretty chill, easygoing guy, right? I always take Lotad as, like unfolding, lily pad energy, just chillin' type energy. So I feel like you need to relax. And part of relaxing isn't just like sitting on the couch, right? It's about actually no longer being in a battle mode when it comes to your emotional body. It said, and it's the waterweed Pokemon. Okay, so some of you really need to chill, okay? It says, the leaf on its head is naturally dirt repellent and will stay clear even after transporting Pokemon that are covered in mud. Yeah, I feel like you've been around some dirty, dusty ass people, okay? These people are not chill. They bring dirt into your life, but it's talking about how it has dirt repellent on its head. So even though you've been hanging out with some people who might be dusty, might be dirty, maybe they have their own BS, right? Maybe they're in a battle with their own emotions, doesn't mean that you have to get that dirt on you. Okay, you don't have to take anyone's problems, anyone's energy, and internalize it as your own. So I would do some like affirmations of like, this person's energy is not my problem. It's talking about how it transports them. So, maybe you're doing something like Uber or something where you're physically transporting other people, or maybe it's just friends. Maybe you're giving them a ride somewhere or something like that. But you need to start affirming like, their energy is not my energy. Because if you're noticing that your emotional body gets agitated after you spend time with a certain person, or even if you're around strangers, it's good to like energetically clear that, because it seems like, you really need to chill. And by chill, I mean have emotional peace.
All right, and then we have number 3. All right, 3. Okay, Larvitar in reverse. We have Larvitar in reverse for number 3. Crunch. Born deep underground, this Pokemon became a pupa after eating enough dirt to make a mountain. Okay, so we have dirt. If you chose number 2 and 3, they're kind of the same, or if you didn't choose number 2, they're right next to each other, so they're probably a symbiotic relationship there. But yeah, crunch, I definitely heard like understanding like what you're eating, like crunching and stuff like that. And then it has like the full moon there. So we just had a full moon. It doesn't matter when you're tapping into this. When we're filming this, there was a full moon a couple days ago, or maybe there's a full moon coming up when you are watching this. No matter the point, you need to release. Full moons are all about releasing. And yeah, it says it lives deep underground, has a pupa eating enough dirt to make a mountain. So yeah, I definitely feel like you've been probably consuming enough food to like create this mountain. And maybe I feel like the reason why that you've been eating all this food, all this dirt, maybe it's just be grounded, right? Dirt is definitely a grounding element. Maybe you need to feel grounded because you feel like you are climbing this mountain that feels like it's not stopping, so you need to consume. And for others, it feels like you're climbing a mountain to sustain yourself. It feels like you're working a lot, like really hard and needing this fuel as energy, but also eating as close to the dirt as possible, not eating dirty food or food that is dirt, but eating food that's nutrient dense from the dirt. So it's switching that as well. So, and yeah, understanding how you're no longer a pupa now, right? Because when you're at the beginning stages, it's good to consume, right? Good to have that energy. But as you're moving forward, you're no longer a pupa. And yeah, there's fighting energy here. So maybe you might need to have more strength when it does come to your eating habits, or, maybe like having balance between, okay, if I'm going to eat this much, I need to move as well, like, right, move the mountain, or maybe like climb something, you know what I mean, just to work it out. Like, make some compromises with yourself, okay, is what I'm getting. Have a little negotiation between you and food at this time.
Okay, number 4. Who chose number 4? Okay, let's see. We have, Lily's Pearl. Ooh. Okay, so trainer energy indicates somebody else. So I definitely feel like there is some pressure coming through from someone else. And Lily energy, I always get Lilith. So this could be dark feminine codes that are bringing it's pressure to create something magnificent is what I'm hearing. So, when you think about a pearl, what is it? It is a piece of sand that gets trapped inside of an oyster, and it actually causes the oyster quite a bit of pain. And it traps in there, and because of the pressure and the debris buildup, it actually creates a magnificent pearl. So what in your life, it feels like someone's bringing something, to you. It may be a pain at first, but it's actually through the pressure that you undergo through this process, it is going to make something absolutely beautiful and magnificent and valuable.
Alrighty, then we have number 5. All right, we have steel type in reverse. So don't let people steal your energy. Don't let, it might feel like if you've been feeling a little bit drained, people might be, siphoning your energy, whether it's intentional or unintentional. But if you are feeling drained, it's time to, reverse it. Get your protection mechanism up. Don't let people steal your energy or steal your ideas. Keep that to yourself at this time. It's time to really reserve yourself and kind of it's not about completely going into hermit mode. It's more so about discernment and moving accordingly. And it's not about retracting completely. It's about, okay, I just need to retract right now. And then I could just go out the next day. It's okay. Whatever it might be, it's about understanding the balance of when to, retract and show out and go out and whatever. But yeah, having a good protection mechanism. Maybe it's time to revamp, renew, and restyle your way of protecting yourself, because clearly it's not working anymore, and it's time to...
Number 6. We have Alolan Marowak using Retaliate. Okay, so Alolan Marowak, it's a ghost type, so this can be a ghost of the past that is coming back in order to retaliate in some sort of way. We're recording this on July 14th, and Mercury stations retrograde quite soon. We've been in the shadow period of Mercury retrograde since July 5th. And so Mercury retrograde can bring people, places, things back from the past. And it seems like this ghost from the past is coming and wants some sort of retaliation. It says, this Pokemon sets the bone it holds on fire and dances through the night as a way to mourn its fallen allies. Okay, so I feel like this could have been, it's very interesting. I'm noticing the pattern on its back has like this infinity symbol. So I feel like this is a cycle that just kind of goes back and forth of like retaliating, like you guys just keep retaliating towards each other and so on. And it feels like this is a karmic loop that has been continuing, and you have the opportunity to break it because it talks about how it sets the bone on fire. So I feel like this person gets very, very heated. They want to retaliate for their fallen allies. So this can be whether they're retaliating against you or a group that you are a part of on their own behalf or on behalf of someone else that is their ally. So this definitely gives like battle energy. So just know that this person is coming. I'm also getting that they can be quite licentious with their bone that they set on fire. So if this person is a ghost from the past that's coming back and wants to get intimate with you, I recommend do not bone them, okay?
All right, then we have number 7. Okay. All right, we have Snorlax, Dynamic Press Extra Helpings. Snorlax number 7. Ooh. Is that a reverse holo? Or is it just...
It's a regular holo, but the border's holographic.
Okay. That was what? 1, 2...
That's 7.
Alright. 7 Snorlax. This gluttonous Pokemon eats continuously apart when it's asleep. It devours nearly 900 pounds of food per day. And it did come out in reverse. Again, extra emphasis on being mindful about what you're eating and sleeping. If you just like wake up to eat and then go back to sleep, it's not necessarily a healthy way of living, because when you are like sleeping, your body's not fully asleep because it is processing the food that you are eating. So you're not getting the highest quality of sleep because you eat right before you go to bed. So the message here is probably set a time where you stop eating, and that will have better sleep for you because you're your body is actually well rested. It's not trying to process the food that you're eating throughout the whole night. So if you're getting lack of sleep, just be mindful of when to stop eating. And, set that tone. If you know what time you're going to go to bed, just set it like a couple hours. Like, okay, this is the last time I'm going to have this snack before I go to bed. But it's very interesting because it looks like, it's Hop Snorlax. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, it is. I finally just saw him right there. And it says it in the name. So... very interesting. It looks like it's in a battlefield, or not a battlefield, a stadium. Okay, so again, like you are preparing. I feel like this is what it's telling you to do, like before you go into the stadium where you're being seen and recognized. The message here is, again, like you need to start preparing for when you are there in the battlefield or center stage. But there is something about partner, right? Snorlax. Hops is Snorlax's partner.
Yeah, trainer.
Pokemon trainer. I wanted to say Pokemon partner.
Yeah, that's Hops' Pokemon partner.
There you go.
Yeah,
okay, thank you. This is Hops' Pokemon partner. So maybe even working with a physical trainer is going to help you if you want to get out of this cycle of sleeping and eating, or having better sleep and eating schedule. Having an accountability partner in that way to help you manage whatever that you are in this sleep and eat mode.
Okay, number 8. Right? Or did you do number 8?
4, 5, 6, 7.
Okay, yeah. Number 8. Who chose number 8? We have Levencia. Stadium Levencia. I actually am not really sure about this. I'm going to have to look it up. It's a city, but I don't remember what...
Is it Levencia?
Levencia. Levencia? Yeah, uh-huh. I don't remember what the stadium is. If anyone knows, you're welcome to... Let's see. So, okay, well, I'm already intuitively getting this is about going to a location that you've never been before. So it feels like you may be doing some grid work, that you may be called to a city that you haven't explored before. And trainers always indicate somebody else, right? Even though this is a stadium. So it feels like someone is coming in that is going to offer you an opportunity to go to a new location. Let's see. 11. Okay, 11. See, let's see.
Okay. Weird.
Okay, so Levencia is in the Paldea region. I mean, of course, because this is Paldea Evolved. Historically, it used to be a port town that shipped ore from the mines before it became a major business hub in the present day. It's in Area 2. The gym is, let's see. Oh, it's Iono's gym. Okay, so it's electric gym. Okay, so clearly this has a lot to do about trading, right? It talks about how it's a port city. So this city might be, yeah, so the city is a port city, so it might be near the water. And it feels like this can be really great for your business since Levencia became a big city for business. I'm also getting that this is going to stimulate your electrical power, your solar plexus, because Iono is the leader, and she's also a streamer. So for those of you who are into streaming or gaming or some sort of internet type endeavor, it feels like this trip will also be very helpful for you in that regards.
Okay. All right, then we have number 9. Ramarade?
Yeah, Remoraid.
Remoraid. Mm-hmm. All right, we have number 9, Ramarade. Rain Splash. Using its dorsal fins as a suction pad, it clings onto manatees under it to scavenge for leftovers. Lots of food stuff in the journey together. Journeying for food. But it's super pretty. It looks like it's in the, I don't know, in a jungle almost. There's like lots of pretty flowers and kind of palm trees looking-ish sort of vibe. But it also has like water coming like directly out of its mouth, as we could see there. So, and it is a water type. So understanding how your emotional energy, right? It talks about it suctions its pads onto manatees to scavenge, like to look for like leftovers and stuff like that, and how your emotional realm is connected to food and survival and safety as well. So if you feel very in that survival mechanism of like food scarcity or food, yeah, in that way, and probably just like looking for like leftovers or eating there's something about leftovers here. Like if you're somebody that saves leftovers and will eat it even if it's kind of finicky, that's also tied to, again, survival mechanism, survival as well. So to get out of that is understanding how you are emotionally tied to that, but also start releasing the leftover stuff. So maybe not accepting leftovers or not taking leftovers home, and just start conditioning yourself knowing that there will always be food. Okay, so I don't need to take leftovers, especially if it's just like a bite or two left, like there's no need to take that home, you know what I mean? Just to like help rewire your nervous system in that way, in your emotional realm, to know that, yeah, there will always be food. And again, like I said, it's so abundant around it. There's like lots of flowers and fruit and stuff like that. So understanding like you are abundant, there's always food around you, and just start like noticing how much abundance is next to you or near you, or maybe have a garden or start a garden, or maybe visit a garden, and understanding how that works and how you are able to be in that abundance.
Beautiful. All right, number 10. Oh, double Lotad.
Oh, but that one is
This one's reverse hollow. So reverse hollow Lotad. Yeah, so I feel like it's the same message, except I'm already getting a different message. Okay. So if you picked number, what was it? 2? I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you picked number 2, then I would go revisit that message, because I feel like there's probably something there for you as well. However, for this one, I was getting more pulled to the fact that it's the water weed. So some of you really need to pay attention at how marijuana is influencing your emotional body. Are you using it as an escapism to numb your emotions? Are you opening your own psychic energetic channels to others, the rest of the whole world even, where you're feeling so many emotions that really aren't yours, that you're just sort of internalizing a lot of other people's emotions? Additionally, I was hearing like something's a hop, skip, and a jump away. I was seeing the imagery of someone kind of like bouncing on lily pads and getting from one end to the next. So I feel like it's kind of like a Chiron code. There's some sort of healing bridge, but the bridge isn't like a physical bridge that's built. This bridge is made of nature, and you are going to walk on these lily pads through your connection with nature. That's going to help you emotionally regulate to get to the other side and heal whatever the root cause is of you feeling the need to escape your reality by using substances, as well as sorry, I just got a notification from Pokemon Sleep. Yeah, maybe you're using it to try to sleep better, but really it's not, and it may even be robbing you of your dreams. Maybe your dream recall has gone out the window because of your marijuana use. But again, maybe you're just using it to like escape your reality, or escape your emotions, or not feel things, or maybe that's the only time you do feel something. So it's really time to sit with yourself and do some healing work in regards to your emotional body.
All right, and then we have, last but not least, number 11. Put the 1 right there. I was gonna 11.
You look like an angel.
Ooh, lots of food.
Wow, yeah.
What a
Squabbit.
Squabbit.
Squabbit is,
wow.
I think, is that the covet Pokemon? I think it like covets what is not theirs or something.
Pretty card. Collect. Yeah, it has berries in its tail. It's eating a pear. They dropped some food. Collect and gnaw. So it says no matter how much it stuffs its belly with food, it's always anxiously about being hungry again. So it stashes berries in its cheek and in its tail. So again, this is a lot. This whole, if you're somebody that likes to read the whole thing, it's still a message about food. Again, kind of like when I was reading number 9, was it? About the emotional eating and understanding the fear mechanism of the survival of eating. Like, again, this is coming back to, this is like the final message here of it's an anxiety root. It's an anxious attachment style to food, about worrying about being hungry again. So again, there's extra emphasis here on releasing that and understanding your ancient. It is ancient. It's maybe even ancestral as well, where your ancestors, you know, how did they work and how did they survive? Especially like a lot of families and homes who are like, you know, we like, if you resonate with that, where it's stories of like poverty or whatever it might be, through like lots of war stuff. There's so many stories within that lineage, within those timelines of ancient stuff there, and how it's an ancient. Why do I keep saying ancient? Attachment style. It is ancient. It's time to release that. You are not ancient. You are here now to help heal these codes of anxious attachment style. And notice how if you also have an anxious attachment style, not only to food, but to people, to places, to things, they're all tied together, and understanding that. So you can also heal that through these mechanisms. And storing food is clearly not helping you in a way. Food is not meant to be stored for long periods of time. They're meant to be eaten fresh and daily. So maybe hoarding food is, again, one step, like releasing that, because clearly it's keeping you in this loop of anxiety of food and stuff like that. So maybe just start getting less at the grocery store. It might feel very like, oh my gosh, at first, but you're conditioning yourself to have a new programming with food, and just understanding like there will always be food. You will never go without. Think about it, right? It talks about it stuffs its belly. You're always full. So let this be a reminder, like you will always have a nice belly. You don't have to overstuff yourself or overeat in fear of whatever. A fear of there's going to be no food. You've always had food. Think about it. Just start reminding yourself, giving yourself mental memories, reminders of, I've always had food. I've always had food. And, you know, especially if you're thinking about times where you didn't have food, like start replacing it with more recent memories of you eating, of you having food. That's going to help switch that neural network memory here. And yeah, there's lots of stars here.
And can I add something?
Okay.
I think it's also important to remember, especially if you went through food scarcity as a child, is that you're an adult now, and then you can make your own decisions. So maybe if your parents felt like they didn't have, so you should have less rare candies. Well, maybe less candy, but it's always good to level up. And yes, Real, we will be doing some free readings at the end. So if you want some personal card pulls, stay tuned. But if you went through food scarcity as a child, you know, you weren't under control of your own eating habits, right? It was what your parents gave to you, and maybe they had food scarcity and things like that. But now that you're an adult, it's like there's a million different apps, or 100 at least, of, you know, being able to forage. You know, there's wild food growing in every single park, every single forest. And these are foods that our ancestors have eaten for forever, even though they aren't commercially, you know, normal, even though a lot of them are becoming more commercially available. Like dandelion greens you can now buy in the store, and they're really expensive, but you can just eat dandelion greens from anyone's yard, you know, as long as they're not spraying that toxic Roundup. But, you know, just know that the planet is very abundant. Mother Earth will always give you food. You just have to be open to receiving it, okay? It's not going to be some processed junk, of course not, but it's going to be healthy, you know, close to the dirt. And also, there are so many places like food banks and soup kitchens where you can get free food. So don't ever feel like you're going to do without. There's a 0% possibility that you will ever go hungry. All right. Pine bark flower is fire. Awesome. I've never had pine bark flower, but I love pine. I love pine scent, like tasting stuff. I like gin.
Alrighty.
Okay. Well, thank you everyone who tuned in to the Pokemoncy pack opening. We're going to be doing this again in a couple weeks, so stay tuned to see when we announce our next pack opening, as well as what pack it is.
Yeah, and thanks for tuning in. Remember to like, share, subscribe, and follow for more content just like this. And again, if you'd like your own personal Pokemoncy pack opening, you could book with us at spiritualgymleaders.com.